Okay, do you wanna record?
Oh yeah, let's dive right into it. All right, here we go. Week 7 on the Spread Option Pod coming at you. We went 2-1 last week, and it doesn't make the season record for previewing, but I'm glad that we at least had a winning week. We lost that fucking best bet on motherfucking Oregon State. The Beavers tried to make a game of it, toward the end, but it was a no go.
Excuse me, sir. I went 3 for 3 on my bets.
Well, you
Maryland,
did get me
Western
head to
Kentucky,
head. That's right.
and Georgia State. All 3 covered.
Sir, we gave out the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky a winner. We gave out the Beavers of Oregon State a loser. That was the best bet. And we took Maryland plus 5.5.
Yeah, and Georgia State.
Oh, that's right. Well, that was head to head between us. Yes, you got me. James Madison never trailed in the contest, but never looked like covering.
Nope.
A damn shame about that. At least, well, we certainly know, that not the Dukes won't always show up to take care of business. Like if they know they have a team beaten, then they might just play down to that level. One of those things. Well, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I'll try to keep my head-to-head lead on you. Let's kick it off. Rotation 109, 110. Southern Miss is visiting Georgia Southern, and Southern Miss laying 3 in the hook on a total of 59.5. I mean, that seems like a big number. Seems like a big number for the Golden Eagles to lay.
Yeah. I had this pulled up on my phone. It's reloading, but they haven't been a road favorite since I think it was November of 2023, and they were a 2.5-point favorite. They were a road favorite one other time in 2022, and then were not a road favorite until 2019. So this is a rare situation that the Southern Eagles program has been in the last half a decade. Whereas, Georgia State, we thought it was a potential contender for this conference. They were in the mix last year. I think it's way too early to crown this team as definitively better. One approach I took last week, which worked really well, was looking at comparing strength of schedule. And this is the primary angle that I'm looking at both of these matchups today. Georgia Southern Eagles, number 36 in strength of schedule so far this season. Southern Miss Golden Eagles, 125th. We're looking at Southern Miss's schedule here, a loss at Mississippi State, but beat Jackson State, they beat App State when App State turned over the ball 3 times. I think each time was in the red zone. Lost at Louisiana Tech. They beat Jacksonville State 42-25, but got outgained in that contest. Of these games that they won, I guess we'll just look at the FBS. App State, fighting for a bowl. Jacksonville State, fighting for a bowl. What about Georgia Southern?
Well, they also beat Jacksonville State,
They also backed Jacksonville State, fighting for a bowl. And beat an FCS team. Otherwise, they're playing programs that are much better than them. So, can we easily compare these two teams? I don't think so. Can we definitively say that the Eagles should be laying this big of a number on the road when they're unfamiliar with this being in this situation? I don't think that's fair. So, to me, you can't go into Statesboro and just beat up on Golden Southern on the Eagles there in Georgia Southern. So this is an Eagle matchup. So I'm on Georgia Southern.
You know what? I can't argue with you. I wouldn't lay this number with Southern Miss. This is a bit of an overreaction here. I bet you this line would have been pick'em at the start of the season.
Yeah, a lot of people like Southern Miss because Charles Huff from Marshall, who won the conference last year, brought like 20 or 30 guys to Southern Miss, but he didn't bring the entire roster. And it's not like they're lights out. You know, they're just an average Sun Belt program, right? So it's just way too much respect. Like, this is not going on the road versus, let's say, traditionally worse program in the Sun Belt like ULM or Arkansas State, right? This is a solid program for this level. Sure.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah. This being a Thursday night game and all, go ahead and parlay this with the Eagles money line, and you got yourself a plus money payout.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be good and damned if the Giants win that game. Okay, very good. All right, Golden Eagles it is. Rather regular Eagles. We're fading the Golden Eagles. All right.
Yes.
Rotation 135, 136. It's at State, our old Bet Noir, laying 2.5 on the road. This time at Georgia State, of course. Okay, so the Panthers, App State laying 2.5 on the road on a total of 56.5. I mean, I don't want to fuck with the Mountaineers because I just faded them last week and got fucking owned. But I mean, I also think this number is crazy.
Yep. Once again, Georgia State, strength of schedule, number 9 in the country. They have played Ole Miss, Memphis, Murray State, Vanderbilt, and James Madison. So I don't know if Memphis is currently ranked. I think Memphis is currently ranked. So they've played 3 ranked teams and one team that maybe could represent the group of 5 in the playoff. Probably not, because they lost to Louisville. But James Madison is an excellent program, contender for this conference. Very, very difficult schedule. App State, on the other hand, strength of schedule 120. Beat Charlotte, who is terrible, Lindenwood, and then fucked us last week versus Oregon State. But Oregon State outgained them 456 to 354 and had 3 turnovers in that game. Oregon State should have won this contest. Regardless, even if App State won by 2 touchdowns, that would not be that impressive. Oregon State hasn't won a game. So Oregon State should have.
No, Oregon that was a good spot for Oregon State last week, and Oregon State did make the game close.
Oregon State should have won, but it still wouldn't be much of a crowning achievement if they won that game comfortably. And then one other thing to note that I mentioned last week when I picked Georgia State. Georgia State last week came off a bye. TJ Finley joined the program after week 2. Unfamiliar with the offense, unfamiliar with the wide receivers. This is just, that was a okay week last week. They covered. We got a few more days getting reps with the wide receivers, get familiar with the offense. So give me the Panthers here.
Likewise, cannot argue with that. I mean, I would have thought that James Madison would have gotten more sacks last week, but I don't think we singled out the Mountaineers pass rush as being a plus element. So I expect the Panthers to have their O-line sort of grow into it over the course of the season, but I couldn't possibly lay the points on the road here. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, another game that should have been more like a pick-up. Definitely just take the points. Yeah, don't even sweat the game. Just take the points and then run with it. Now, I guess I gotta give a pick because I should keep up tradition here. There's no such thing as low conviction. rotation 203-204. Air Force is visiting UNLV, and the Rebs are laying 6.5 on the total 66.5. And I'm looking at the under. People think it'll go over because it's two teams with bad defenses, but they're looking at it wrong. These are two of the slowest paced teams in college football. This is going to be one of the games where the clock gets eaten up more than you would imagine at the outset, and this game will have a difficult time getting to over the total. If you look at their games this season, so 66.5 would have gone under, would have been 1-4 with Air Force, and would have been fucking 2-3 with UNLV. You'd think that this total could be eclipsed easily, but not so fast. This is one of those setups where you think you bet the total based on your ratings of a team's defense, but really you should bet your total based on your ratings of the team's pace.
Do you know where my internet's really screwy. Do you know where these teams rank in seconds per play or?
Yeah, they are 103rd and 111th. They're among the slower teams.
I don't hate it. That's a very high total. Even the Arkansas Memphis game, which was a total shootout, I don't think eclipsed this number. So I don't hate it. After that loss to Hawaii, I can't touch Air Force this season.
That's why everyone wants to bet the over, because Air Force just got fucking skull fucked in that game.
Yeah.
But
I get the logic.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I get it. No, it's difficult for that reason. But believe it's gonna be hard for them to get up and over this number. You got to get 10 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns and 2 field goals. It's so easy to fall under this number when you're just chewing up the clock, being methodical, and then just one ill-timed holding.
Well, wait. I'm looking at Air Force games now. Okay, they played the first week versus Bucknell. Yeah, Bucknell's not going to score on them. Then 49-30 at Utah State. Then 49-35 versus Boise. Then 44-35.
Oh no, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the wrong screen.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then Navy 34-31.
Okay. Well,
So
I don't have a lot of conviction in this pick anymore. No, I was looking at the wrong screen. Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't really have a strong pick for this week. I don't feel good about this card.
No, I don't think you should.
All right. We won't give out the under 66. So, I don't know. Gun to head, I guess I like Georgia Southern the most. If we did have a best bet, that would be it.
Yeah, this is 103 versus 111 for seconds per play.
No, I definitely looked up the seconds per play page correctly. That definitely happened. But I was looking at the wrong page for the game logs, for the scores. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Well, UNLV has gone under the total most of the time at least. So that much is the case.
Can we go through the schedule and talk about some of the big games?
Please, let's run through some big games.
Yeah, my internet is really messed up.
I've heard you fine. So yeah, hang in there. Let's roll through them. All right,
nothing's loaded. These pages aren't loading. Okay.
All right, Alabama playing 3 at Mizzou at noon on Saturday. Is that a trap line? Because I want to lay it with Bama.
if it's trap, the trap is already sprung, and I'm in it. This is my biggest bet of the season so far.
Oh no, it is a trap. God damn it. Okay, Mizzou's gonna win.
I'm looking at the strength of schedule. Okay, Alabama's number 3 in the country, Mizzou 109. Who has Mizzou played?
I don't remember. I know they've had one big game.
They put it on Kansas. I'm just having my internet is just so fucking slow. I can't.
Oh, and they also played South Carolina, and they didn't cover, but they were close to covering.
Yeah, another team, a team that can't score.
Interestingly, Mizzou, has Mizzou hosted all of their big games? I suppose they have.
Yes, they haven't. Yes.
They've hosted all of their games. What? Have they hosted all of their games?
I was looking at this yesterday, and again, my internet is so fucking slow right now. It's like if you look at who this team has played over the course of who they've beat over the course of the last 2 years, this is really embarrassing. And I think the stats nerds really like them. That's why this is such a short spread. But I just don't see it here. Okay, so 2024, they beat Murray State, Buffalo. They beat Boston College in a one-score game. Beat Vanderbilt in double overtime. Beat UMass. Beat Auburn in a one-score game, 21-17. A down Auburn last year. Beat Oklahoma in a one-score game when Oklahoma didn't have any healthy wide receivers and no offensive line. Beat Mississippi State 39-20, a down Mississippi State, and beat Arkansas 28-21. Not a very good Arkansas team. Beat Iowa in the TransPerfect Music City Bowl. That was 2024. Also in 2024, Alabama, they went on the road to Alabama. That game closed Alabama as a 16.5-point favorite. Alabama beat that team 34-0. Now, Missouri's quarterback got hurt in that game, so we're going to have to throw that out. The final result, let's just throw it out. But that was a 16.5-point spread. This year in 2025, beat Central Arkansas, beat Kansas by 9 at home, beat Louisiana Raging Cajuns, whose starting quarterback was out in that game, beat South Carolina at home by 9, and then UMass. To me, this is a bad spot for Alabama because you play emotional Georgia, an emotional game with Georgia, emotional game with Vanderbilt, then you got to go on the road. But I just don't think this is a good team. I know they won 10 games last year. They've won 5 this year. Do we think this Alabama team is better or worse than last year's?
I don't know how I feel about the quarterback.
Okay,
yeah, I guess
let's just say that they're the same, right? The problem with Alabama was when they were double-digit favorites. That's when DeBoer let go of the rope.
He's a bad favorite. He is a bad favorite. You know, though, yeah, you got to lay it. It's crazy. Fuck Mizzou. They're not. If they win, they win. I would feel dumb, but like it can't. Yeah, this is so closely lined.
Yeah, this is my the most amount of money I've bet this year is on this game.
I mean, it is a big. I mean, and also it's probably good because it opened at 6.5 and got bet down. So like, yeah, laying 3 after that move probably feels right. Yeah. And then if it lands on a push, you know, at least you had a good sweat.
So I feel more confident about this than like Georgia on the road at Auburn.
Well, let's do it in chronological order. So I want to look at Ohio State first. Is Ohio State going to cover this number? 14.5. This also a noon kickoff.
Ohio State might be for real. If I was to bet Illinois, I'd look in the first half. You know, they spring one early, but eventually Ohio State tightens and squeezes and squeezes. If I was to bet Illinois, it'd be first half or like a prop Illinois score first.
Yeah, I buy that. It's gonna be a long day for Altmaier. It's gonna be a long fucking day for him. Texas Christian laying 1.5. Now 3:30 kickoff, laying 1.5 in the Little Apple. I feel like Texas Christian's also gonna win. I think no one's gonna stop them in this conference.
Let's see. No one's gonna stop them. I mean, they lost to Arizona State.
Oh, scheisse, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that was like one of those like Thursday or Friday games. So that slipped my...
Yeah,
hey, they covered against the Buffs. They covered just like I said they would.
They did, but it was in like the final minutes of that game. Buffalo went up 2 scores. The Buffaloes went up 2 scores. And then TCU came back. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they spotted them 14 and still covered that shit. They're like, fuck yes. Like Texas Christian owned their ass. That's right. Yeah, so they only lost to Sparky. Otherwise, they're doing great. Kansas State. Did they beat Baylor or did they lose that game?
They lost that game by a point.
Because Baylor, won at the end, right? Yeah, fuck that. Let's go Frogs. It's gonna be a good one. I'm definitely gonna take them in my betting pool. That's for sure. Oregon laying 7.5 at home to Indiana. Ducks gonna fuck them up.
Maybe.
You gonna try to take them points? You're a brave man taking them points with Mendoza.
No, I'm not going to. Indiana on the road is different than Indiana at home, and they're just playing a different caliber of team than they normally beat up on.
You know, like this is a serious deal, and because they're ranked, that gives Lanning more of a reason to put it on them.
Yeah.
Texas laying 1.5.
We have to discount Oregon's Penn State win now that they lost to UCLA. And
no, it doesn't work like that because Penn State only came into UCLA flat because they had been defeated. Had they won that game, they would have destroyed UCLA.
Red River.
Yeah. Texas land 1.5 to the Sooners. I feel like this is the closest spread it's been in a long time. Mm-hmm. Although I guess because Archie lost last week at Florida, people are now done with him. I guess that's what's happened.
I think so. I grabbed Oklahoma plus 3.5.
Okay.
I really like what they did versus Auburn and versus Michigan. They look like a really physical team. Texas's offensive line is leaky. Oklahoma's a better pass rush than Florida. Texas couldn't run the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas does end up scoring on Oklahoma. I think this is going to be a back and forth contest, but and I wouldn't be surprised if Texas won, honestly. But outside of a key number with super physical team, and Brent Venables wants revenge versus Texas. He's lost the last 2 years, and Texas has put him on him. So
right.
Boomer Sooner for me at 3.5.
This would, a win here would equal the series for him, right? He's 1-2 in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dylan Gabriel year.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so, all right, fair enough. Yeah, they're locked in. Venables finally has some horses to ride. Yeah, give it to the Sooners. That makes more sense. I wonder what this line would have been on the games of the year. I bet you when it was one of the game
10.
of the year line, I bet this shit was like Texas.
10.
Yeah, Texas 10. Yeah. Like, in that sense, that makes me not want to take the Sooners. But also, baby Archie's not good. He's not good. They're saying he's like brawny, and I'm like, that might be apt. Oh, yeah. Christ. All right. Oh yeah. Now, yeah. Let's get to the evening kickoffs. Yes, Georgia laying the hook at Auburn. So the line is telling me to take Auburn, but I'll be good and damned. I'll be good and damned.
Yeah, I'm more worried about this game than I am Alabama on the road. I'm more worried about Georgia laying at 3.5.
Yeah, no, it's a traditionally square setup. You don't want to lay the hook on the road like this. Not like in the SEC, you don't.
And the only question is like, is Auburn a bunch of bums? And they could be.
That's my thing. They fucking suck, and they every week to week they're hanging on by a thread. Like, this team could fall apart at any moment.
Yeah.
And how many times have they had their hearts broken this season?
Auburn?
Yeah, Auburn. I feel like Auburn's lost at least 2 close games.
Yeah, they lost Oklahoma, the Oklahoma game, and the Texas A&M game. But there was like a pick 6 in that game. That game wasn't close. The final score was not indicative of that game.
Yeah,
Auburn
exactly.
got thoroughly beat by Texas Tech. And they only won that fucking Baylor game because Aranda made a stupid 4th down call early in the game in Baylor territory. And then they were just playing from behind all game long.
Because he's tilty.
Yeah.
Like, we don't talk about how tilty Aranda is. It never comes up, but he is actually pretty tilty. Like, he's not, yeah. But so and those were road games they lost, right? Both those games. It was at Oklahoma, at A&M. So now they're coming home. Yeah, the line is telling me to take it with the Tigers. But God damn, I will feel so donkey-brained when they like stack the shit out of Jackson Arnold and just Georgia starts romping. Like, I'll be so mad.
Georgia might stop it. Like, yeah, Jackson Arnold might be bad. Right? Auburn's offensive line might be bad. Their wide receivers are really skilled, but like, we certainly have a coaching advantage here. Do we have a quarterback advantage?
Yeah, I guess that's
probably.
true.
Probably.
Probably.
Do we have? I think Auburn has the better wide receivers. I think Georgia's the better offensive line. Defensive line, I don't think I know. Like, you would guess it's Georgia, but they haven't been able to like sack anyone.
Well, the thing about the Bama game is that white kid is slick. Fucking Ty is like slippery. He's like an eel back there, you know? Yeah. Like, I mean, Georgia got into the backfield. They just didn't close the deal.
Yeah. And, like, I bet Hugh Freeze would spend as much money as he could to get Georgia's secondary. Right. I don't know that Georgia's secondary is better than Auburn's, like, defensively. But if I had to take a guess, like, if they're in Georgia's secondary, they're better than Auburn's secondary because they're not at Auburn.
I mean, at this point, that's a fair fucking thing to say. Like, right? Man, yeah, that's it. So you saying you laid it?
I have not bet this game, but I feel better about Alabama than the Georgia Auburn game.
Definitely, easily.
I think we don't get a situation where Alabama skull fucks Mizzou. Like, they just might lead comfortably. It might be like a close-ish game, but I don't think Alabama rolls Mizzou. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mizzou won, but I think it's much lower probability than the spread indicates. In this game, this is like Auburn wins outright or Georgia destroys them.
I mean, or Auburn jumps on them, but then the Bulldogs chip away and then win at the end with a chip shot field goal, and you don't cover. and it's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Kirby. God damn it.
You mean the
Oh
Tennessee
wait, we got
game?
another.
That was the That's exactly the Tennessee game. Yeah.
That is what
That's
happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like, Auburn could easily get fucked. Like, I wouldn't fault anybody for laying the alt spread, like lay the 9.5 with the Bulldogs. I wouldn't fault anybody for that. USC is laying 2.5 at home to Michigan, and I'm like, yo, this is another trap. What am I not seeing? Isn't USC just gonna fuck them?
Okay, if we want to look at comparative strength of schedule, I think this is kind of what the deal is.
Okay.
And I would look
Michigan having lost before is stronger now because of all of their losses. I see. All right.
Okay, so Michigan strength of schedule 24, USC 82. So Michigan lost to Oklahoma, a solid team. It was a close game. They beat Wisconsin. Who else have they played? I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, they beat Nebraska in Lincoln.
And Nebraska on the road.
And we were still among the last bag holders for the black shirts. I mean, what?
I don't think. No, I bet on Michigan in that game, baby.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. I was the last bag holder.
USC has beat Missouri State, Georgia Southern, Purdue, rebuilding Purdue, and then Michigan State when they had to play them at 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and then lost to Illinois. Yeah.
That was bullshit losing Illinois. I still don't understand how it happened. I guess that's why this line is so close, is that, okay, because you're supposed to think that USC is vulnerable. But, like, they just got a little bit jits. A little bit jits
I kind of like the under in this game. I think Michigan's going to keep it close. If they're going to be able to rein in USC, I think USC still wins this game. But
I can't imagine Underwood leading a game-winning drive.
No.
I can't imagine it. Like, and it is very easy for me to imagine Mayava just quick pass, boom, boom, right in the field goal range. I could easily imagine that. Maybe this game will be played at a sneaky slow pace, though. So, like, in that sense, the under would make a lot of sense.
Michigan's going to be able to run the ball on them.
And they're going to feel incentivized to keep it slow. That makes sense. Yeah. What else is in this primetime kickoff? LSU laying 9 home to South Carolina. That doesn't look right. I think we should take the points there.
I already did.
Nice. Well played.
Yeah.
And then now we have
Nussmeier's got this oblique injury. He did not quit, but he's got this oblique injury. LSU's offense is stuck in the mud. South Carolina, solid defense. They're going to run the ball. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball on LSU well, but I think they're going to be able to limit possession. Yeah. South Carolina's special teams, solid. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of beamer ball here. I think LSU's going to win this game, but 9.5 is too much.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone who took the 10, hats off to them. That was a smooth move. Again, the Cox plus 10. And now we got a ranked one. This would have been Pac-12 After Dark in another lifetime. Utah hosting Sparky, and this is a line that can be shopped anywhere from 5.5 to 6.5. The Utes are laying. I should want to take the points, but it's against my nature to go against Whittingham and Salt Lake City.
Why is there this much respect for Utah?
because it's against my nature to go against Whittingham and Salt Lake
Yeah.
City.
No. In the market, 6.5.
That,
Utah skull fucked UCLA early. That was the first game of the season. They beat West Virginia. Who else? Yeah, that was a close game for Texas Tech, but too much respect. And
I mean,
40. Yeah, I'd take the points too. I'm not betting this game, but I'd take the points too.
I mean, the thing is though, is that like Arizona State, have they won their big road game? They lost at Mississippi State, and they were nip and tuck with Baylor. Utah got fucked by Texas Tech, but that's because the kickoff was 10 a.m. That's not a normal time to start a football game, in my opinion. I guess you got to take it before you lay it, but like I would not be surprised if Utah won this game decisively, like in just like an old-fashioned beat down, like the way it used to be when the Utes were really good.
Just a couple games I'm interested in. Your thoughts on Pittsburgh at Florida State. FSU 10.5-point favorite. If we look at strength and schedule disparity, it is enormous between these two teams. But I don't think I can bet on Florida State. What's their mindset after those two terrible losses?
Because now they really
Can't
feel
bet
like
on
the season's a wrap. Like I question that. Does Pitt have the talent to stay in this game? That's my question.
They got this freshman, they started a freshman quarterback. They scored like 45-0 on BC last week. But don't really know. UCF at Cincinnati. Cincinnati 10.5-point favorite. A lot of points.
Did they win last week?
Cincinnati. Yeah, they did.
Well, they just beat Iowa State at home, so why the fuck wouldn't they beat UCF?
A lot.
I mean, I get it, but it's like, this is the kind of spread you have to put out if you think a team is definitely gonna fucking win, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it makes sense. I don't understand why anyone would take the Golden Knights money line. Like, you crazy?
Mm-mm.
UCF's not
Just
gonna fucking win this game.
It's a lot of points. Yeah.
And I don't care that it's going to be a nice day. It's probably going to be fucking hot. It's probably going to be like 70 degrees. Because, by the way, not a normal temperature for October, whatever. They're going to get fucked. Cincy's better than I thought. They must be. Because how could they have beaten Iowa State like that?
Yeah. Nebraska at Maryland.
Ooh. This is okay. This is a trick. Nebraska laying 6.5 on the road at the Terps. This is a trick because this is like the line the Huskies were laying, and we know the black shirts are not, but they are gonna. Watch them cover. This line is telling you that the Huskers are gonna cover. Because, they're not going to just open up the money store for Maryland again the exact same way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't pulled the trigger here, but I had my eyes on that Maryland game. My biggest takeaway is they had an opportunity to throat slash end Washington's lives. And they just couldn't finish drives. They had one touchdown, then all field goal. I don't know how many opportunities you're going to get against Nebraska with a rookie quarterback.
This is, and also this is a good time to bet Nebraska because everyone is mad at them. The fact that I don't want to ever bet on them again is a reason to lay it.
Yeah.
So that's those because they're motherfuckers. The program just fucks everyone up. God damn.
Gators Gators at Texas A&M.
Oh, how did I skip that? My bad. Yeah, 7 p.m. kickoff. Yeah, that's definitely a big game. A&M laying 7 in the hook at home. And, I mean, the way they're going, I would lay it before I took it. Like, I feel like this A&M might have something cooking this year, finally. What, you took the points? You kidding me?
No, haven't bet this. Haven't bet this yet.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, because I'd be like, you're a real Florida fan if you take the 7.5 here. They could easily get blown out.
No, don't like this. The number's too short. Number's too short.
I mean, we wouldn't have said that coming into the season, right? But the way A&M has performed, it does feel like, and I'm still most impressed by their defeating the Irish in South Bend. But the way they performed, it's like, I feel like, yeah, they could really punish Lagway. Just really punish them.
Now, Hawkeyes at Badgers.
Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, this is not a premier game.
I have not bet this.
They're laying 3.5 at Camp Randall. Are the Hawkeyes? I don't trust that number. Yeah, I would, for the same reason that I would take the Tigers. I'd take Auburn. I'd take the Badgers.
Yeah. Now, had they fired Fickle, I'd be interested in Wisconsin.
Oh my God, they're going to try to fire him now. I guess this is all kind of his fault, but I feel like they haven't set him up for success.
Their quarterback is coming back, so yeah, tricky game. I haven't bet this either. A couple games that I have bet. I'm on Purdue plus 10.5 at Minnesota.
Okay, that's a strong one.
Yeah.
8.5 is the prevailing number in the market.
Yeah, and I was going to give this out in the pod, but this is not a thing to do. I'm laying 11.5 with UTSA versus Rice. This is Rice's like 7th game in a row. Going to UTSA.
What did UTSA do when they played Temple? They cover that game or not?
They lost, dude. I had Temple money line.
What? They fucking lost that game to fucking Temple? They were winning.
Yeah, dude. They lost.
I remember I checked the score. I didn't see how it ended. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you had told me they didn't cover, I would have accepted that. Roadrunners will come out focused. They'll just put a beat down. It takes 2 versus the Owls. We're going to do these Owls in. Yeah, lay it. Motherfuck. Wow. All right. Temple's turned that corner as a program. They've turned that corner.
Yeah. This is I think we brought. I also grabbed Ball State at Western Michigan. Plus 9.5.
Ball State.
Yeah.
Why?
These two teams are equal. If you look at I'm just looking at the average point spread between these teams in the last 4 years. This should be a pick'em. Like this is the MAC. This is the MAC. Why is Western Michigan an 8.5 point favorite?
Well, okay. First of all, I thought we had singled out Ball State as a rebuilding side coming into the season.
Same with Western Michigan.
Okay, I mean, let's see. Okay, what have the teams done this season? Okay, so the Broncos 3-game winning streak. They beat Toledo, and they won on the road at UMass last week. All right, so not bad that. By contrast, Ball State won at home to Ohio last week. Not shabby. One score loss on
the road at UConn.
Yeah, they hung in there with UConn, and they both teams have an FCS win. Actually, you know what, though? The Broncos played North Texas real close, which is something you're supposed to rate much more highly now after they, beat Army and everything.
Yeah.
So you know what? The Broncos do get a home field advantage. They're like the 10. Yeah, I guess that's a lot of points. Like, would you say it was 8.5, 10? What did you say?
8.5. Yeah, I grabbed 9. I had 9. I had 9.5.
9.5. Yeah, I guess you got to take it. I mean, look, if the line had been 6, I would not be like hyped about the Cardinals. Like, I'd be like, yeah, why don't the Broncos just win by a touchdown? Why not? Like, they fucking played tough with the mean green.
This is the pudgy middle of the MAC. Anything can happen. One last game that I bet on. I hope you're gonna like this. Virginia Tech plus 14.5 at Georgia Tech at Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yo, I can't argue with that. Wow. I mean, I didn't even look at this game. Look at this line. Why is Georgia Tech laying so much? What has happened this season to make us do this?
They beat Clemson, but exactly right. They beat Clemson. Clemson stinks, and they should have lost to Wake Forest. A 14.5-point favorite. Come on, dude. No way.
Okay. Because and they've not lost this season. That's right. They are undefeated on the season. Yeah, you are paying a ridiculous tax for an undefeated home team here.
Yep.
It's not a lie. I don't.
And a team that runs the ball a lot.
Out. I mean, I guess Vitek's gotten blown out by a bad team, right? But still.
But that was before they fired their coach. We got Philip Montgomery.
I guess that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because what's his face lost to old Dom. They got rid of him.
Yeah.
So.
And Georgia Tech runs the ball a lot. So this is a team that, like, I don't know, like, can they consistently maintain that kind of margin?
Look, Haynes King can cover that number against a lesser program. But I don't think
that's if you're going to be running Haynes King up the middle head first for the whole fucking game. You want to do that with him in Virginia Tech in the second week of October? No.
No, that's true, right? I guess once you get ahead in the game, you're not really incentivized to cover that 14.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making sense here. I got it. No, I'm definitely going to take that. That's,
Thank you.
Give me the Hokies. Yeah. That makes all the sense. I didn't even think about that game.
You bash his brains in, like, on the road at Duke next week. Then you take a break versus Syracuse. That's when you give it your all next week. Team that's contending for the conference.
We should have known to fade Syracuse after that win against Clemson. We should have fucking known.
I don't, because they don't pop up on DraftKings. I don't think about them,
Oh, that's right.
I'm in New York State,
New York and all, of course.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But yeah, those are my bets. I feel really good about the card this. Oh, I also have some midweek action, of course.
All right, let's hear it.
I took Missouri State on the road at mid-10. We got a strength of schedule disparity here. Yeah.
First of all, what do you mean strength of schedule? What conference are the Missouri State? What are they? The Bears? The Grizzlies? What are they even in?
They're in Conference USA.
They're in CSA. So we did preview them?
Yes. We said they're a pass-happy team. We don't know anything about them. Listen, this is Missouri State strength of schedule 41 versus Middle Tennessee 121. They almost beat Western Kentucky. This is not a terrible team.
They're motherfucking road favorites. They're motherfucking road favorites.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It is, granted.
Yeah.
Fucking right, rolling with the Bears.
Yeah.
Right.
And then obviously we just gave out Georgia Southern, so that's Thursday night. Need East Carolina to beat Tulane for some of the AAC futures and my Tulane win total under.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say though, because like being out of pocket on another Pirates midweek game, like
no,
right.
can't do it.
Yeah.
And also, I bet South Florida at North Texas. I
don't
think
hate it.
This is square, but that's what I did.
I understand, but Golish is a good fucking coach.
He's a good coach, and like the people want to crown North Texas. Like again, let's look at strength of schedule disparity. It is gigantic if this ever fucking loads.
Oh yeah, that's right. USF has played much tougher teams. I mean, I don't want to shit on North Texas, right? Because they beat Army up at West Point. They beat Wazoo decisively. But South Florida, of course, yeah, they played the U. They played Boise. They played Florida.
Yeah, South Florida.
They beat the Gators.
South Florida, number 26 in ESPN strength of schedule. North Texas, 132.
Well, hey, that's life. Like, I mean, you still got to respect the mean green.
Yeah, you got to respect them, but there's a big difference. Like, yeah, they beat Lamar. They went on the road at Western Michigan, as we just said. We give our flowers to Western Michigan, but won by 3 on the road versus a MAC team, middle of the road MAC team. Then they trucked Washington State at home. On the road at Army is the most impressive win, 45-38. And then South Alabama at home. That was the game
when I decided they're legit. I was like, okay, they're legit.
They might be legit. They're contenders for this conference. I bet them to win this conference at 25-1. Okay, but I also bet South Florida to win this conference at 8 or 9-1. But come on.
I mean, look, this line should be close either way. It's not like it's crazy that it's like North Texas +1 or whatever. It could just easily be North Texas -2, USF -2. Any of these numbers are fair, right? Like, it should be a close game in principle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
South Florida might be the best defense that they've played so far.
Right. I mean, that's a reasonable thing to think. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't hate it just because I don't hate saying just win me a game.
Yeah.
Alex Golish, win me a game. Like, he might just show up with a better prepared team on a Friday night, just win, and like that, easily could happen in Denton, Texas.
So those are my bets.
That midweek action. I fucking love that. And it's good. It's good that she stayed away from the Pirates. That was good.
Yeah, I'm tempted with East Carolina. Always tempted with East Carolina.
No, because whatever you pick is going to turn out wrong. You could pick Tulane or East Carolina. It's going to be the wrong answer.
Yeah, that's always the way with the Pirates. They always fuck you.
It's odd to have those kinds of relationships.
Except when they're when they're playing NC State. I've covered those the last 2 times that they played. Last 3 times that they've played.
They are on a little streak against the Pack. That's no lie. Well, you know what, dude? But if we can sweep this card, we'll be back to 500 on the season.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Okay, dude.
Okay.
I'll talk to you.
All right. Take it easy.
See ya. Bye.